this.
Who's there?
See you.
Hey there.
All right, so we got Ludmila and Evo both. All right, so we got Ludmila and Evo both. Yeah, Evo's actually here. So we got a fun multi-screen in-person live event going on. Hey, it's Elena. What's up? Are you okay? It's a trick question.
It's quite laggy.
Don't need it.
Probably all wondering what it is that I'm drinking. It is not tequila. Let me do this. So we got this one. It's a Knob Creek Kentucky Straight Bourbon. Does that look backwards on yours? Evo? Oh, yours is paused. You can't
Hey,
even see.
what's up, guys?
So that's what I'm drinking.
Okay, who's here?
It's pretty strong. It's 100 proof. That's why I have only a small shot.
What are you guys doing these days? I see there's Lena.
How does it work? Can we get anybody else on the chat, or do we just have to talk?
Yeah, sure. Let's just talk about something, guys.
So we can start with
Cheers.
some questions.
Cheers. Oh no, where's my drink? This is my drink
Yeah.
here.
So we can do like a.
This is my drink here.
Okay, we can cheers and then
These days,
And then
everybody can
go
be
to the-
alcoholic, so I'm just.
cheers.
Yeah.
We're not going to work.
You could actually a little bit move the chair here. Yeah, guys,
You sure there's no gin left over in there somehow?
let's talk about something.
Hmm.
Oh, Jason is here. Jason,
What's up?
we are all here. Eva,
What's up?
even Eva here. Come here. There is a Jason. Just say hi. Come
This
here.
is fun. We haven't even started
Sleeping
yet.
out, guys. Hey.
Hey,
How's it going?
Oh, so that's how it looks like.
what's up,
All right.
guys? Yeah, let's
So I
just
gotta
talk
do
about
content.
something.
How do we
right?
do? How do we
I
do
know.
this? What is it?
Let's just talk about something. I know.
Oh, I missed it too, Jason. It's been a bit.
Yeah.
Soon, once this is all over,
Yes, that's crazy.
meet up in the meat space again.
So we're just sitting here these days. Don't go anywhere. Even don't hike. Just stay at home all the time. And it's kind of
Not true. We
It's
get out a
kind of
bit.
sometimes for like 15 minutes probably, but the most of the time it's just sitting
Jason
here.
already requested techno. That's fast.
Techno?
Can we put music on, like background music?
I don't know.
Actually,
That would be
it's,
more fun.
it's interesting. Yeah.
I'll take care of it.
I mean, I have to Google it. How to do. I mean, is
I
it?
mean, somebody can just play it in the background. Evo said he'll get it rolling.
Yeah, but if it's like how I know if you post in.
I put like chill.
No,
like,
if you
sound.
put the music in the background, you're not supposed to post it then on this video on YouTube because they're gonna block it because of the music.
Shit.
Yes.
Ah, well, that's lame.
This is,
Don't we
this
have
is-
any open source music or something? I mean, like open license.
Yeah, this is why like it's
Isn't
kind
there
of
like
like
SoundCloud or
it's
something?
kind
I
of
don't
weird.
know.
Yeah,
Isn't there anything with no rights? I mean, like all rights.
I can find like songs that are not known at all.
probably it's
But
it's
it has to have
possible.
like copyright protection that's not registered with YouTube's automatic service, you know. Basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what is this?
Not import.
So
What is that?
just yeah.
So I just take it off.
Yeah, we're not gonna
No
post
music.
it. Yeah, no music. Like yeah, I don't know.
Sweet. Who's CS? What's up? What's up, CS?
Okay, guys, let's just talk
There's no
about
profile
something.
photo, so
What are we gonna talk about?
I don't know
Should
who
we
you
talk
are, but
Should we talk about
Thank you.
coronavirus? I don't think so. A lot of people talking these days about coronavirus, and it's kind of like only make you all the time depressing and thinking too much. So I think you have to talk about something else, right?
yeah, most likely. Wait, Jason says if we play underground stuff with no lyrics, we'll be fine. So that's the
Seriously?
hack. So
I didn't know that.
Evo, if you got underground stuff with no lyrics, we can try that.
Sure.
What about lo-fi? Can you play like a lo-fi for like, or it's have to be like
Not if it's above ground. It has to be underground.
okay?
Okay. Lena has to go. Good
Yeah,
luck.
Lena have to
See you
finish
soon.
plov. I'll be back soon. Sure,
Is that a food?
it's a food.
Oh, okay.
It's exactly
Enjoy.
what actually I was cooking yesterday.
That
it
was plov?
It was a plov.
Ah,
yeah.
wait, the rice or the
that
the
rice. It was a plov. Yeah.
It was pretty good. I
Mhm.
really like that.
Yes, I know. I don't have no idea how to cook plov, so it was absolutely disgusting.
Mm-mm.
And then the next day,
Naturally,
guys said like,
pretty
"Hey, let's just do some like spaghetti."
Spaghetti is good too.
Yeah, let's just do some spaghetti.
I'm really easy to cook for during quarantine. I eat Soylent.
Yeah.
I'll bring you one soda.
Oh yeah, that's true. I gotta represent our sponsor. No, I'm not drinking it warm. No.
Soda.
Okay, so this one has
This is
nootropics. So it has alpha GPC, protein, B vitamins, caffeine, L-theanine, L-tyrosine. Evo likes the taste. It is a chocolate. Personally, I think the chocolate flavor that they use for this tastes a little artificial for me, so I'm not a huge fan. All right, next up we got this one's vanilla Soylent. It tastes kind of like the confetti that you would put on your cake if you just ate like a handful of it. It's not terrible. It's much better. It's cold. You got to drink it cold, otherwise you can't drink it. And this is the original. Tastes kind of like just pancake batter with no sugar. But hey, it's very convenient and it's nutritious. 20% of your daily nutrition in one bottle, So yeah, that's they didn't pay us to say that. I hope. Wait, how many people? Everyone left? Oh shit.
Yeah. Okay, guys, let's just talk about something.
What are we
Just
talking
let's ask the questions, and we're gonna answer, like about anything, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you have something on your mind? You can just tell us something.
Mm-hmm.
Even you can tell you how was
Oh.
the drink?
I should get a different one next time.
How was the drink? Yeah, it's super strong. It's 50%. It's
This
like
tastes better after I'm already drunk. I
50%
gotta say,
drink. I don't know how he's like drinking this kind of stuff.
but it works. It almost tastes more sour right now than usual. So,
He just
yeah, I thought people were gonna be able to talk to us. Does it not work like that? We gotta figure that out for next time.
That's like a Zoom call, right?
It's like a Zoom call.
Yeah.
Let's next time you have to like do like some Zoom.
Because we can
call.
do a screen capture and then
Interesting.
stream it to YouTube. So that's what we'll set up.
Mhm.
But it would take too much time to set it up right now. So somebody sent a comment. Let's hear like a question or like a topic, and you can hear us talk about it. That's
Eva, ask something.
Sure.
Like you eating yogurt? How's the
I'll be
yogurt?
eating a yogurt, but
You is gonna
just
eating
join
yogurt?
behind. So we can talk about what living in the sea ranch is.
Oh yeah.
And
Tell us about your experience.
Antonia already uploaded a video of the sea ranch living, in which it showed all the surroundings, the beautiful surroundings of the forest, the beach, and all the options of things we have to do up here. And in these times in which we're quarantined, we're just enjoying the life here, right? So how do you guys see it, being able to go outside and really enjoy nature?
Yeah, guys, we got a couple new comments coming in. We'll reply to those next. So yeah, the sea ranch is beautiful. It's I feel really blessed to have this nature accessible to us. So anybody who's got nature, go out and get it. Please be safe. Depending on your local rules. Try to see the you can laugh.
Okay, here's Lena. She asked
someone asked about the bottle, so
the bottle.
This is Knob Creek. So
it's really strong.
It's a small batch. It's 100 proof. 100 proof. So it's pretty strong.
Yeah. So here's Elena. She asked about Jeremy, what do you think about the pandemic? What do you think about the pandemic?
What I think about it? Oh, the pandemic is dumb. Like, why did this virus come to us? So actually, guys, it's very interesting because it's one of the first crises we faced as humans since World War II. So it's definitely not as bad as World War II. And then the other aspect is just that our hospitals can hold all the people who do get sick, because it will be a lot of people. And then, yeah, that's it. We're going to develop a vaccine, though. That's the biggest thing. Might take a while, maybe 18 months, hopefully a little sooner. But, there's some treatments. I think, young people won't be too affected. Everyone's going to know a few people who will get it real bad. And,
I like this question.
we'll get over it. The biggest thing I want to see is what kind of tech startups can we build about this? That's a good question. So let's go in order. So then, Eric says, enjoying the videos lately. Thank you, Eric. Let us know if you have ideas for other videos too, for video topics. How do you maintain your mental health during quarantine? This is a great question. So I think the best way is, it really depends. Mental health is special for everyone. So it's just like, honestly, exercise is one of the biggest challenges, because it's like trickier to get outside or you can't go to the gym. So just get, exercise and fresh air however possible, or have a home workout. And that's one thing. And of course, like the social contact aspect, 100 proof. So the social contact aspect, get on the Zoom calls, just stay in touch with friends and just reach out. Everybody's going to be, looking for that anyway. So I think people are probably friendly during this time. So just reach out, things like this can help.
It's more safe to stay home than just go anywhere. Even like we living in the forest right now, it's like around us, the forest, it's still kind of like, you think like twice if then you're going outside, maybe you're going to catch something, you know what I mean? These days, everything is possible. So, what is the next questions?
Let's see. So Eric asked, how do you pass the time? Are you going to grow your own food? Yeah, Antonia was talking about how you can buy like a mushroom growing kit, because mushrooms grow fast. So this is like super panic talk, like, or what do you call it? Like emergency.
Yes.
Like, I don't know if the U.S. is even capable of martial law. Like it won't get that bad, by that point.
First of all, right now we live in a sea ranch. So what we can do, we can fishing.
That's true.
There's an ocean over here. There's
fishing.
No people. You can just bring all the fish. Yeah. So it's kind of very good. It's kind of like meat, right? And what do you have to do? Like, I don't know, grow potatoes in the forest. Okay, we can grow potatoes in the forest.
Yeah, but potatoes take a while, right? So that's a long-term play.
But are you sure it's gonna finish tomorrow or after tomorrow? Like, nobody knows.
Nobody knows. That's right.
I don't know. Yeah. And then mushrooms. Actually, here's a pretty nice mushrooms here. Even you have to just go forest and find them.
So you can do foraging. Yeah, I think buying the grow your own at home kit, just find a place to plant them. So I was talking to you about aeroponics, right? The whole idea is you get a box in your house and set up an aeroponics set. So like aeroponics is this concept that you have a box and you can grow like tomatoes and other produce. Mm-hmm. And basically just you spray the aerosol. So it's like you have a pipe with water and nutrients and you just mist that onto the plants and they'll grow. And that's like a new research field. So I swear there's got to be some do-it-yourself aeroponics kits. I haven't looked into it yet. Like, what do you think about this idea? She thinks it's going to take too long. She said, mushrooms will grow in 2 weeks.
Mushrooms?
What about aeroponics for mushrooms?
The mushroom,
combine them.
Mushroom is so fast.
Can you grow mushrooms in a box? What about a box? We put a box in the corner over there. Grow mushrooms. What do you think?
Yeah, you need just the sun and you need kind of like just a lot of water.
What about like lights though? UV light or something?
And you need lights, yeah.
Or whatever. What kind of light do you need? Can you have a light box to grow mushrooms?
Well, you need lights here. It's kind of pretty like sunny here every day. So.
Okay, it depends though. What if it rains for a week?
There's no rains this time.
In emergency times, resort to silent. Okay, cool.
What is the next one? Which is Jason said.
VCs. How are VCs responding to the current economic situation? Actually, a lot of VCs are still looking for startups to fund. I think the biggest thing right now is that in the near term, it's definitely a different economics. People aren't going outside. So if your thing was all like in person at the restaurant, well, that's on hold for now, for sure, right? But depends on your business. If you think your business is fine, like during these times or, within the next several months, like especially like B2B for like tech companies, I think that's still going well, fine. Mm-hmm. So we had a video about about the VCs. Basically, there's some guy who is in LA who is opening up his Rolodex for everybody if you're looking for funding right now. So yeah, I think all the big firms are still looking for people. It's definitely a different experience now. You're not going to Sand Hill Road. You're doing like a Zoom call for the due diligence. But yeah, there's still a lot of money. The money needs to go somewhere. Like there's a liquidity problem in the stock market. You know, like people are selling, they're not really trading as much. So people need to know where to put their money for the time being. So like I think venture capital makes sense because growth startups are always going to be around. You know, yeah, it's a good time to just sit at home and write a lot of code, right? So for these tech startups in particular that are software focused.
This is what you guys doing these days. Jeremy, tell you.
So Elena says potatoes need more sun.
Potatoes?
Yeah, the thing, it's a little rainy here. It's a little bit rainy. I don't know. I think potatoes, you know, didn't they grow them in Ireland? I'm not an expert at all. But I don't think Ireland's that sunny of a place.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who knows?
So.
Okay. So TV Juggernaut says, I've grown mushrooms at home with a kit. It takes a couple weeks for a good harvest. So that sounds like a pretty good option. Mushrooms will give you better protein, right? You throw them in your soup. You can cook a lot of dishes with
But
them.
how many kids you have? You have like 10 of them or just like a couple of them? Like
kids or kids?
I mean kids. I mean the how many bottles of these mushrooms you have, like, you know what I mean? To like, because of it takes time and
well, yeah, but you can put them on like a cycle.
But you always can grow a lot of mushrooms
day,
and then froze them and then put in the fridge and then you use after.
No, but here's the thing with cycles. You know? So you buy like 5 kits and you have like one every 2 days, right? I think that would work really well.
It's depend of the size of the base.
Yeah, it's a good question if you could grow that in the house or like you got to put it outside, or how does it? You know?
And this actually in California forest, especially in this place, you can find in this time a lot of black mushrooms. I forgot the name of these mushrooms, but they're like absolutely. They just they look like
a black trumpet.
They look, yeah. I think this is the name. They look like just like a leaves, like a black leaves. But if I find out them sometimes, like I remember last year, I go in like for 30 minutes and I bring like a lot of like 2 big like.
Oh yeah, that was the best day of my life. Like those were so delicious.
Like a lot of them. Yeah, you can find a lot of them.
Is it a good season right now? Maybe we should go.
Yes, especially like February, March. Like you have to go and just try to find them, but not try to catch any like viruses. Well, yeah. Yeah,
so I guess after the mushrooms kind of have gotten started and you got like the farm going, then it only takes a few days for them to sprout themselves, you know. So that's great. So that's our best tip. You know, if you want to grow food at home, look into the mushroom farm. You know?
Come on, guys. I think...
Antonia, we gotta buy one then. We gotta test it out. Let everybody know how it goes. In 2 weeks, we'll have a result.
Yeah. Okay, Jeremy, tell you a story about what are you guys doing these days here, Ranch.
Yeah.
On your startups.
So, right now, we got a startup, Algo Wealth. So
don't shake at the table.
Sorry.
Yeah. The computer is shaking.
It's shaking all the time.
Yeah.
Like you're shaking it too. Come on.
I've done for this question.
Yeah. That's right. Evo, you give the pitch. I want to hear you first.
Just put in the chair over there.
Here. Squeeze it in.
Move it. Yeah. No, come here. No, move to
this way. Okay. Yeah. Well, then you gotta move over more then.
Okay. We are skinny these days, so I think we can. Okay. Okay, now right, everybody's here.
So the question was how much
we just want to talk about our startup. Yeah, like what are we working on?
No, just what are you guys working on these days? Is like what is the project?
What do we do?
Yeah, it's kind of interesting actually.
Yeah. So what we have created is a unique system that enables an algorithm to understand the price behavior of the market.
No, dumb it down. That's too smart.
Okay. I'm sorry.
Like, what does it do?
I mean, we trade.
It makes money, right?
We trade currencies.
Yes.
Like,
okay.
That's the whole purpose of it.
So it's like currency exchanges, not the stock market.
Yeah, correct.
Okay.
Like currency exchange enables trade between countries, and that's why it's so important. Because especially at this given point of time, there's a lot of transactions between countries.
Yeah. So wait, what is the currency market like right now? Because there's like this whole crisis thing, right? So like,
Yeah.
what does it look like? What's the
So
currency?
given that all of the central banks of the world are taking like huge measures in order to fight the crisis, the valuation of the currencies are switching a lot. And basically that means that a currency may be worth against another currency something today, and then tomorrow it will be worth something completely different, just because the amount of central bank quantitative easing, that means how much money they pump into the economy,
Okay.
and it varies, depends on countries.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, like, are we seeing any crashes? Like, are there any countries that are not doing well? Like, how is it?
Yeah, so that's more of a non-risk perspective, because when you're in the currency markets, when there's risk on the table, then currencies such as the US dollar tends to perform very well because it's like the safe haven. Is the back currency of the world. Whereas other currencies such as the Australian dollar or the New Zealand dollar tend to be more risk off. So when there's no risk on the table, then they perform well.
Makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool.
In times like these, just yesterday, they were actually talking about creating a digital currency, which will be much more stable in this kind of conditions.
I heard that like they were going to pass a bill in Congress for the United States to make a digital dollar. And then they kind of like took it out. It's in like one version of the bill, but not the other.
Mm-hmm. That would help with quantitative easing.
I mean, they got to use blockchains, but in the short term, like, so actually, but you think that digital is going to help with quantitative easing? Like, so what's the difference between the digital currency they proposed? Because like everything's already like, banks all use computers, right? So isn't it already digital? Like, what's the difference?
It's pretty much digital, but it's not in the sense of human in the way that we transact with it, because there's still banks in between. There's like the Federal Reserve, then commercial banks, and then its users. Whereas the digital currency might be directly from the Federal Reserve to its users.
Oh, that's interesting. So you're kind of like direct from Fed to the consumer.
Potentially be like.
Oh, that's really interesting. Yeah.
But I mean, we're not experts at all in that matter. We're more of trading than anything. But of course, talking about this, let us know about the actual impacts of this event that's taken in the whole world, because from here onwards, it's more than a health crisis, but also like a wake-up call of how our system works and how our system could improve. And as human beings, we have to take this opportunity to learn and see what else can we do better that we're not doing right now.
Definitely. I would agree. That's the biggest takeaway. Like, what can we do to improve things, systematically? Yeah. Cool. Well, we're not talking about COVID.
No, but
right?
in the meantime, we can get better at cooking food every day.
Oh, yeah. That's right. Actually, that's a good point. I think it's a great opportunity to like learn cooking. Does anybody learn like?
It's a great opportunity to
started to cook more. Anybody?
Do stuff at home. What are you all doing to stay at home? Like, what's the activity that you guys do? Are you doing what you've always done and your passions, or are you trying out new things and trying to see if you discover something?
Yeah, that's a good point, right? Yeah, a lot of free time, I would think.
With free time comes the opportunity to do something, whether it's sleeping or doing what you always love to do, or just something new.
I love you just sleeping. I bet that's your favorite hobby, right?
Yeah, sleeping. I love sleeping.
Yeah.
Did they respond to the question?
No comments. Everybody left.
Everybody just listen.
Oh, here we go. All right. Jason always works from home, so business as usual.
Jason, we enjoyed your.
You were prepared. You were prepared for COVID. That's right. It's that face when you realize your lifestyle is called quarantine.
Quarantine, yeah, 100%.
Germans look like a double brother.
Doobie brother.
Doobie brother.
Oh, it's Ben. Hey, what's up?
It's a Ben? It's Ben. Ben, hello.
Wait, which Doobie brother?
It's our Pushkin here.
Trying to learn a language. There you go. That's right. Very smart. It's international world.
Oh, here's the Tokes.
What's up, Tokes?
Hello, brother.
Yeah, Tokes, you missed it. So we're talking all about how we're going to grow mushrooms in the home. That's the best survival food.
Yeah.
Just get a mushroom farm growing,
It's kind of true.
But yeah, that's right. So actually there is a grocery store nearby. So we got a little town called Guadalajara up here. And so far they're still open. They're pretty well supplied, so we've been able to get some food there.
Yeah, actually, I was surprised, guys. Compare of San Francisco and Bay Area. If you go in there, it's like complicated to buy food. A lot of people on the line, everything. And here, actually, like you can buy everything. There is only like you cannot find the toilet paper, but everything else you can buy it easily. There is no problem with that these days. But you know,
Oh, Jason, what's an Instapot? What is that? Is that like a what is that? Yeah.
Oh,
Stay
it's
safe.
a-
Oh, we're
it's- I
safe,
think
though,
It's
so
like
don't worry.
noodles, right?
We're probably safer than you, Tokes. Where are you at?
yeah. Where are you,
We're out in the woods, you know. I feel very blessed to have this.
Tox? Where are you in the UK? Or you're here in the Bay Area? Where are you these days?
Oh, pressure cooker. Yeah. That's cool. Can you cook a lot of stuff? I've only heard of that used for rice. I don't know. I'm not a cook. Why am I talking?
Yeah.
I'm the last guy to cook. I just
Jason, you have to
drink soda.
ask this question, Lena. Lena, she yeah, I think she knows about all this stuff better than this guys. This
That's
guy is
cool.
just like every day, like.
Gotta do it. It's the
And
time
I'm
for
just
it.
cooking, you know what I mean? I'm just okay, guys, sure. Here is food, guys. Come on.
Nice. Okay, cool. You got any recipes for the hot pot or for the pressure cooker? That'd be cool. Like we gotta share pressure cooker recipes.
We can do international dishes as well. I mean,
Yeah.
pretty
What we-
diverse community.
Yeah, what are we eating these days, guys? We just eat like spaghetti and some.
Eat spaghetti all the time.
What is
Spaghetti's
this?
the best though.
I mean, that
Like
was
you
my
just
diet.
stack it up in your shelf, you know, and it'll be good for months.
All
Yeah,
you need
you-
is Parmesan cheese.
He eat a
That's
lot of
true.
Parmesan.
Fresh Parmesan
He's
is
like
the- is
literally
the
put a lot of
bottleneck, right?
cheese in
A hole in it.
anything.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, true Spanish person here.
Parmesan is great.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
Cool. Okay. Well, we need a new topic. What's up? All right. Recipes come with it. Oh, I see. Yeah. Jason's got a new business model here. Oh,
I can sell.
So is $9.99? Is that a subscription for the
What
month?
about delivery, Jason? There's a new delivery. This food. Yeah, I would like to have some probably. I don't know.
Okay, we got a customer for, for some recipes. We don't even have a steam pressure cooker here, Tonya. Do we?
No, you guys have only me, so I'm
We have
gonna
an
like
oven
I'm gonna
there.
pressure cooker these days, you know,
Yeah, depends on the mood.
on the mood.
Yeah. All right. So Eric says,
Culture
any culture
shifts.
shifts happening? That's a good question. Yeah, obviously remote work has been thrust upon us. You know, it's possible. I think if things draw out a bit more, companies will get used to that, like remote work thing. So
It's actually good things. It's really good things.
it's definitely been you know, companies have had to try to adapt, but if it only lasts like a month, then that's not really enough time. Companies need like 3 months at least to get used to it. So hopefully it doesn't draw out that much. But yeah, I think everybody's kind of getting a taste for it.
But don't forget that everybody these days talking about the second waves, which is will be in October, November,
That's a good point.
which is really,
do
really
think,
possible.
you know, that
and
that
people
seems
gonna
kind of
stay
likely.
at home
You know,
again. You know.
that really seems like it's probably going to happen. Like we don't know for sure. But yeah, so maybe in the fall we'll hopefully be prepared and do more kind of this remote work economy.
Yeah, but coming back to remote work, I feel like it's possible to work remotely and actually build amazing stuff working remotely. But then again, the productivity decreases. So as soon as everything goes back to normal, the big companies will also like to increase their productivity back to their highest levels possible. And maybe that tends to go back to like regular working in the office, just because communication is faster, more effective, and teamwork can be done better.
That makes sense, especially for like tight teams. I think that's where it really comes in. So it might depend on the type of work.
Yep.
But yeah, definitely some pros and cons to remote working. And then I know like it really hits the entire consumption sector, like the going out to restaurants, bars, like any kind of in-person business business
Services.
gets hit. Yeah, services, it gets hit super hard by this kind of thing. Like right now, I'm sure like many, like too many have already like either taken a huge hit, and I'm sure like some have gone out of business already. Like even from this, relatively short time, like a month is a long time and a short time. And yeah, it's really tough. So hopefully we find a way to adapt at the economic level, right? I mean, the level of the whole economy.
Yeah, but that's
It's
kind of
tricky.
like
It's tricky.
the measures that they're taking nowadays with all this quantitative easing is to be able to rescue those smaller companies and.
That's the thing. Basically, giving them a loan with very reasonable terms that they can weather the times.
Yeah, something like that.
Because if they can weather the times, then as a society, we figure out like the right balance to strike.
Yeah.
On different measures. Yeah, I agree with that. That's very interesting. Yeah. I mean, I'm all for robots, right? Robots can't get sick. So in the long term, it makes sense. But then, of course, people need to retrain or like find a job that's fulfilling. So. That's its own shift, its own conversation. But yeah, I'm long robots.
Long.
In the long term, robots are good. No, not short humans. Hey, don't put words in my mouth. Yeah, in the short term, humans are great. Like
yeah, and they will always be the supreme race.
Yeah.
But at least we're smart enough and we're staying at home. That way we don't go extinct.
See, here's the thing about the robot economy, though. Like, once we have robots working for us, humans get to move up the pyramid,
and just be more like free time, enjoying.
Exactly, we can have more of a leisure economy
that
humans get to work with, right? So, like Europe already feels some of that. There's less poverty in Europe, right?
Well, no, there's definitely more poverty.
See,
but poverty is not seen with such a bad eyes.
Okay.
In the sense that if you were,
but how do the impoverished people feel about it?
Like, so like if you earn like 1,200 euros a month, you can have like an okay living. I mean, you can pay.
So you hit the middle class, like lower middle, or what?
But they see happiness in just like drinking all the time. So
yeah,
that's leisure economy.
Yeah,
it's being able.
I guess that's right. Like leisure, like just going out and drinking a lot. That's a form of leisure.
It's a form of leisure.
People do. They live that.
Yeah.
It's interesting. Yeah, I still say we need, not even just basic income, but like everybody should own a share in the whole economy. Like that's a thing that that hasn't even been broached yet.
That's right. How would you elaborate on that?
Yeah, like imagine this, right? So the economy is built in like the stock market, right? So the stock market, first of all, you got an exchange where shares are traded, right? And people own shares. So there's also this concept of like index funds, where it's built of owning the same number of shares, but from every company in the economy, right? And so as well, you have the currency itself. So fiat currency is actually this kind of virtual currency. It's not hard money, right? And so
attached to something.
And so it's already like the government prints more money whenever they need to, whenever that seems like the right thing, And I'm not 100% down with the Keynesian economics. So I will put that caveat just as my personal belief for those who are familiar with that, which is the printing of money and so forth. But we have all these tools of like index funds and, fiat money and stocks. And so why not create a new financial instrument that becomes the underpinning of the stock market? So all publicly traded companies would kind of have this base. So like basically giving everyone a share of the index fund, so to speak. Of
like a piece of the country's economy?
Yeah.
In some sort of way.
Exactly. So it should track the GDP or it should somehow, because like dollars kind of do that. I just think that the way that fiat money represents people's, it like doesn't give you any kind of dividend. Like, it doesn't earn like the value of the US dollar. It's actually like, I guess the currency itself is inflationary.
Yeah, because purchasing power decreases.
So that might be part of the problem. So I guess I'm in favor of like a deflationary currency or something. But you could have an inflationary currency like dollars for commerce, but then everybody would own a share in a deflationary asset.
Yeah, this is the right time to change the way we
it's
think
basically
about
just
economy.
An idea. Yeah,
it's a good time to change.
It's a good time to think about
the economy. But also there's more things than the economy, such as like life. And now also we turn to like think about how we live our life and the things that we used to do and now how we can do them. how it's actually not possible for us to go out and enjoy for a walk. And for some
Certain things are
periods of
difficult,
time.
yeah.
Do
Absolutely.
exercise. I'm like jumping all the time because I can't.
Yeah, you
I
can't go to the
work out.
gym. You know, there's no. You
Yeah.
can't go to the gym. Yeah.
All
right.
Bye, Jason.
Bye, Jason. It's great
Yeah.
having you on. A lot of good questions and thoughts here.
Thank you.
Awesome. Okay, so yeah.
Guys, you always can
anybody
send
else have
any
thoughts? I don't know.
questions, so we just like keep going and just talk about something.
Yeah, these are all really great. This is
Really, yeah.
very
The
good.
last one was
I wanna go
actually
for a
really
run.
I'm
great.
loving this.
Mm.
Now I see the day.
Don't worry, but after this, you get a run.
Yep.
You're gonna get a run.
Yeah. Take care, Jason. Bye. So Tonya,
Yes.
how are you feeling?
How am I feeling? I'm feeling fine.
Is the drink good?
Huh? Drink?
Show that cup.
Yeah, have you guys seen Tony's boobs?
This is that's not my boobs.
I
It's
see
just
my-
Jason's gone, but this is.
Jason knows these jokes.
Yeah.
It's like
yeah,
my
this is
favorite
her
cup.
ass right here. See?
So beautiful. Look at this.
Yeah.
Especially if you put like kind of like dark drink on that. This is a Coke, so it's kind of like
Mhm.
like this.
Exactly. Beautiful form factor, Tony.
Yeah.
You know how to pick it.
Yeah. So, what is about you guys startup? Like, when is gonna be like actually? You guys thinking that you're gonna finish this startup?
Yeah, so we
This
finished
project.
like our
Yeah.
articles of
Acquisition,
incorporation.
or-
Our articles of incorporation actually have like we got them
That's
yesterday.
right. That's a good milestone for us.
Yesterday.
Yeah.
And now with that, we can actually start operating as a company as soon as our trust is formed. 4 weeks from now, according to Ben. Thank you, Ben. It will be all incorporated, and then it's just getting clients. And from there on, it'll be the actual start. Because until now, it's just been working without seeing any actual like benefits of it. But that's the start of life. When you work on a startup, you just work for 2 or 3 years, just wishing that your decisions are done correctly in order to build something of great value for other people and for yourself.
Yeah, well, not just wishing. You test
You
assumptions.
test it, exactly.
but yes.
There's actually questions. When you guys actually started this project? Do you remember? It was what it was like 2018
Oh yeah, October.
in
right?
October, right?
October 2018.
2018.
October 2018.
Yep.
But actually, it was actually before it was kind of different project, right? And then it's kind of like, and then you guys kind of like changed their
that's
mind.
true. I guess that one
and,
was we didn't carry over too much work from it, so it was definitely unrelated.
so you
Yeah.
kind of like
But that's how we met, right?
Yeah, because well, we
It was
were
a fun,
previously in
fun
another
story.
startup, like
for summer, right? It was
in,
kind of
in
like
summer 2018. We're like
summer
data
2018.
chain capital.
Mm-hmm.
That's what Jeremy and I
Mhm,
met.
mhm.
I'm just working for that startup, and then we're like, actually, we could create another one.
But you guys actually kind of meet online, right? You know, I think these
true,
guys never
yeah.
see each other like for like more than 1 year,
That's right.
and they literally starting working each other, which
Yeah,
is
it was
like
like
for me,
6
like,
months
wow.
until we
You
met
know?
in person, right? Or well,
No, actually,
even
much
like
less,
a year.
a year.
Yeah, a year since we were introduced online
Yeah,
remotely. Yeah,
that's right.
that's crazy.
And then we're like brothers now.
Yeah, see, that's the power of the remote economy. You know, you can meet your co-founder online and then build a great company. You know, but in person really helps. That's
In
what we
person
noticed.
really helps. Yeah.
So we've been building this. You know, it's been a bit slower than if we had been co-located the whole time.
But
so.
you guys from
definitely
the same
consideration.
university, right? Or from Purdue University, so this
Right.
is actually kind of a help, right? Because if you kind of like has kind of like
Yeah.
similar thoughts, right?
Boiler up. I mean,
Yeah.
that's what they teach you at Indiana.
Boilermakers, yeah.
It's a very high level university in the sense that you learn a lot and you meet very interesting people who are very smart, and then you can have a good time. You just gotta learn how to use your time right over there.
Right.
It's a big pick. You were right there after 4 years. How do you feel about it?
What do you mean? Like,
I mean, you graduated in 2016, and during spring break week, we were both located at Purdue University. So, how did it feel for you to come back?
oh
to
yeah,
the-
so
to the
I
school?
went back to Purdue to visit. You know, for a week. It was cool. It was good to see. You know, all the new buildings and stuff. But yeah, I don't know. I'm just all wrapped up in the business world now. Yeah, I honestly, it was like crazy to go back and see how much things had changed in just 4 years since I'd been there. You know, things are moving quickly. I think that was to me like a way that I see that things accelerate. So the 4 years felt like, you know, maybe 8, something like that.
Wow. So is it really true that the more you grow up, the faster time passes?
Yeah, I think so. Because I mean, for me, it just, I hadn't really connected with kind of the next generation of college students. 4 years later. So just seeing that was great.
Well, yeah, like the generations of college students are going to change a lot because I mean, the more year passes, I believe the less of an importance a college degree has. For example, in Europe, a college degree doesn't get you much anymore. You actually need to go to get a master's before you actually go get a job. It's college degree, master. You start your work life.
Oh, that's interesting. For like highly professional disciplines where a master's is like very useful.
Yeah.
Like why would I get a 4-year degree that bundles in a master's? You know what I mean?
Yeah, but then that would be like a 5-year degree.
But why not do it in 4 years?
Well, that would require like a lot of effort and time.
That's the whole point, right? That's why there's like honors programs and things like that.
Yeah, correct.
Because these days you got smart drugs, you got online learning, and you can learn way faster. Like, why should you take 5 years to do it?
If I knew what I knew today, or what I would recommend to my younger brothers, is to not go to college, but to actually do online research about the things that they love and just focus on that. Because
that's interesting. I think that requires a lot of drive, though. Like a lot of people
you have
just
to be
don't
like
have that.
Highly driving.
Like
for that.
If people already have the spark, that's something. Like for sure. But a lot of people, they need the structure because they're not necessarily like. There's different sets, right? Some people will go all in on a tech startup. Some people would love to build it like a lifestyle business, but they have their own pace about things. Other people, they're really confident just to build a good career and work for somebody else and so forth. And then maybe even later in their career, then doing their own thing. So I do think there's like a wide range of dispositions,
Okay. I do agree with you there.
So, but I do think the self-starter approach is a great option. Yeah. It should be on the table. People should be able to try that out, but also have a fallback if they realize it's not for them,
Yeah, correct.
Like that's the thing.
You can always, I mean, if you take
right now there's only one track.
Yeah. I mean, the one track is just going to college.
And it's too risky to go out on your own, I think still. Like we need to make them more accessible for people.
Exactly.
We need to open up this wide range of options. Yeah.
Yep,
exactly.
I agree with you there. The micro degrees have just like gained in popularity. But,
yeah.
See where they're going.
Yeah. Cool. All right. Well, we had a nice little topic there about education, where it's headed.
Yeah.
Any comments, thoughts? Anybody? What's on the mind? What's on the brain?
Yeah, so we're gonna be like an hour in the line, right? So from 6 to 7. So I think you have like another 18 minutes, right, guys? So yeah. Please, guys, just asking something. Who is here? Tox, are you here? Lena, are you here? Who is here? Well,
I guess we got 10 people. Can we check who's online? That could be fun. We don't know.
I don't know. Yeah, that's the point. That's interesting.
All right, you're anonymous.
So it's
until you put a comment.
Yeah,
it's our first life experience.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's our first experience. Be gentle.
So, what is your plan? When are you gonna be actually? You think that you're gonna back to Spain?
Well, my priority number one is Shago Wealth right now by far. We were over here working. We're gonna get everything launched, and when we know we're certain that our launch is gonna be successful, we will take a little vacation just to celebrate for a couple of weeks, and then we'll go back to the work.
Yeah, that's right.
We're planning for July, maybe August.
August?
Yeah, depends on how long the fundraising goes, because we're gonna be raising $3 million, max cap, but
3 million.
3 million of max. So we can start anywhere below that, no problem.
Why only 3? Yeah. Why not 2? Why not 4? Why is 3? Just you like this number?
Well, we actually set up a range from 1 to 3, and every time we do something, we go for the max. There's no reason to stay further down, but it's just because of our confidence on how our product can behave with certain capitalization. We don't want to over exceed our capacity since the start, because that would be a bit irrational. And if we want to go for long-term success, we got to make sure that we make intelligent steps, but also according to our level at any given point of time.
Yeah, I think it's a pretty standard amount for like a financial product at our stage. Right?
Yeah, financial product at our stage can start strong there, and we'll see our financial freedom. That is something that we've been looking for a very long time now. and be able to work from there on.
Yeah.
And this dude, he's 21 years old.
Yeah, I'm 21.
That's right. Young entrepreneurs.
You know,
in the house.
guys, it's great conversation. Then you're just 21. Oh, 3 million, 4 million, 7 million.
Well,
That's right.
They say
You gotta
age is
leave it
just a number.
to the next generation to really like pull forward, because hey, we know boomers sometimes don't get it. right. Some boomers get it. Some boomers get it.
I mean,
Just to
young
them.
generations, we just gotta solve many other problems that like are ahead of us. The same way that older generations solved the problems that they had when they were young.
See, that's right.
It's
Yeah.
a continuous cycle of solving problems of previous civilizations, which are they
That's
were
right.
smart at the time, but I mean, every generation just gets smarter by nature, natural selection.
Mhm.
So that's the
Yeah,
way.
well, there's a lot of effects
Yeah.
involved. Actually, there's a cool concept called the Apollo effect that you can read about.
Oh, Apollo effect sounds familiar. What is it?
Yeah, so I think there's this guy who is working on a book by that topic. I think it might be called the Apollo effect.
Mhm.
But yeah, the concept is how civilizations become smarter through a lot of factors. There's something called the Flynn effect, which is basically an unknown inflation of IQ scores on these like tests. That IQ is kind of an imperfect measure. We all kind of know that. But yeah, apparently they've been inflating over time. So is that from nutrition? Is it from some kind of genetic selection? Or is it from education? You know, what is that? So
it's kind of like personal development,
Very
but in the
interesting.
society, civilization, and the whole like society develops over time just because of our nutrition and our way of organizing society.
there's a lot of factors involved. Yeah.
Does that happen
yeah.
with other animals as well?
That's a good question.
Somebody
That's interesting.
ask what? What?
What?
Yeah,
What?
like yeah.
What?
Please continue and
But,
answer to your questions.
Yeah, I think other
That's
animals
nice
also get
questions.
smarter over time.
What's up, Amy?
Yeah.
Is it Amy or Lori?
It's Amy. Do you know this person?
Yeah, it's on Lori.
Ah, you see.
And Amy.
Hello.
Or
What?
I don't know who's all there.
Yeah.
But
So-
definitely the smartest animal around is Boo.
That's right.
Boo.
Wait, where's Boo?
Bush is sleeping probably.
Boo.
Oh, she's here.
Oh, давай,
She's not
пошли.
sure. Come here.
Come here.
Come here. Boo, come here. Let's go. She's like, no, I'm sleeping, guys.
Boo.
Come on.
Boo, come here.
She's coming. This is another person who just like literally tried to escape all this coronavirus here. There we go. She's like,
Oh,
no,
who's
Boo,
good?
say hi. No, it's an Evo. Come on. What?
She wants you.
Aw.
So it's
Okay, boomers don't get what? Oh yeah, so all I was really saying is that some boomers.
Come here. Oh,
Oh my gosh, like
she didn't saw us for a while.
Sneeze.
yeah, I guess it's a bit of a controversial opinion.
What happened?
But yeah, the idea is that
Say hi to everyone.
there's so much going on right now and in terms of technology that yeah, it's like depends on the person, but
It's there.
like people of older generations, right? If they get behind on things, then it's like yeah, it's like kind of getting the fresh ideas into the system that can be you know, have the most innovation potential, right? So yeah, not all boomers.
No, but yeah, I mean, it will also happen to us. Like
Yeah,
some
that's
younger-
true. It's gonna
some
happen to
younger
us.
generations
Even
already
sooner.
know about
Like when
stuff
I'm
that-
30, I'm gonna be
Or
so
like,
old,
yeah,
right?
for
Or
example,
when I'm
like-
40, I'm gonna be like out of it.
For
Like,
example, the
you should
popularity
not let me
of,
make decisions once I turn 40.
yeah, the popularity of
That's the
like
acceleration
manga,
effect, you know.
manga, right?
Ah,
Manga
interesting,
comics. They're super popular for people younger than
Mhm.
me and other generations. And it's
Mhm.
true that some older generations are also. But if you see the statistics
Mhm.
of the people who are interested in that topic,
Mhm.
from younger generations to older generations, it's definitely skewed to the younger generations, which are more into that. So it seems like
Mm.
depend on the topic, some generations are able to really like enjoy it, and some other generations are not into it.
Actually, you're bringing up a really good point here. Probably because you're younger than me. So the idea is right that there's something like a youth culture, and so the youth culture represents all these kind of like soft culture trends that are popular among young people. And so because of the way we set up our culture, that young people go to school together and socialize with young people, we're basically training them to build their own culture and like isolate and be independent from older people. And especially due to this, like there's even a rebellious nature of people, right?
Yeah.
And so I believe that contributes. So people who are younger, like naturally want to rebel and even will create a larger like subculture around youth. And so there literally is this youth culture. And so it's like kind of several effects that are creating this cultural divergence, right, between younger people and older people.
Yeah. And it's also true the fact that you talk about rebellion. I believe that younger generations are more rebellious. Like, even I can see it for myself. I'm like very.
So you think
rebellious.
rebelliousness has increased recently?
Yes,
in the younger
but it's
generations?
not just rebelliousness, but also the way that we talk with older generations. I believe that back in the day there was more like direct respect when you were talking to an elderly, whereas younger generations believe that they're more in the same level than older generations. They believe that their human rights are exactly the same. Whereas in previous years, it seemed like young people treated older generations like with more like a heads up mentality in which they had the last word.
Yeah, that's very interesting. Because from my perspective, I would think that we should respect the experience of people who have more experience. But on the other hand, like if people are less open-minded, like personally, I believe that all of us should be open-minded, right? So we should consider the view of another person as if we had that own opinion ourselves, right? So it's literally like, oh, you said that, like what if I thought that? Like, what would that mean? And basically being able to reconcile all of these different viewpoints to find the truth or to find what's best for everyone, and also not to be selfish either. Like there's a lot of components there, right?
Yeah.
And so there's all these different aspects which might be at play here, right?
Do you think the way that families raise their children now plays a role in which you treat other exterior like older people? Because back in the day, there used to be a bigger hierarchies in families in which mom and dad made all the decisions and children just adapted to them. I'm talking about the 70s, the 60s, the 80s. Whereas now, parents actually take into consideration the opinions of the children much more when making a family decision. And back in the day, it was just to satisfy the mom and the dad. So that could have set up a culture in which younger generation just treat adult different than non.
I think that's a very interesting perspective. Yeah, that's I think that's happening more.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm very far. I'm very far from raising kids, but
yeah, that's how I felt. I was like, well, yeah, I don't, not quite there yet, but yeah, but I see that how maybe that's the case. Yeah, it's very interesting. Yeah, cool.
So another few topics to talk about. Mental health was popular a couple comments ago. Just make sure that you keep on doing the things that you love. You don't stop them.
That's
right.
right.
If you feel bored, just hit up your friends, hit up your family, talk with them. They're always there for you. They are as bored as you. So
that's right.
They'll be doing good.
Yeah.
Are you bored too? And Bush is bored.
But yeah, for people who are interested in startups, working in a startup is like being quarantined for a very long period of time.
That's true. That's true.
That's all you do.
That's true. That's kind of true. Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's all work.
I feel like quarantine for the last 3 years, right, Jeremy? Something like that.
No, I mean, it's like a self-imposed quarantine. I mean,
self-imposed.
Like.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't really think of it like that. It's just what I do. Fish swim, guys.
Yeah, learn how to swim.
Like, oh,
okay.
Okay, guys, we're still here for the next 6 minutes. We're here from 6 to 7 today. So if anybody have questions, please ask. We're gonna answer these questions.
Say hello.
But please don't show me, Ricardo.
Oh,
Boo, do you want a boyfriend dog? Yes, no? Do you need another partner dog? She's like, I'm gonna hide myself now. I don't want Curious to see me.
Who's lazy? She just wants to lay on my lap.
That's all she does.
She had a long day. She was pretty active today. She was jumping and playing, running around.
She's a posh dog.
Yeah.
All right. No more comments. Everybody just chilling.
Everybody just chilling.
Everybody got some mute on the background.
Yeah. We're like a radio for a lot of people. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Everybody just listen.
That's right.
Very good conversation, but
Remember, the best talk comes from the heart.
Yeah, we gotta find a way to set up everybody's like faces here as well.
This is true.
So that way
Next
it's more
time-
like interactive.
See, we gotta do like a
conversation.
Zoom
true.
chat.
Assume that
But
we
then
like
record, like screen
Exactly.
cap the Zoom
exactly
into
YouTube.
boo.
Exactly.
Emil says hi.
There is a boo. Grandma should say hi. Here, boo.
Say hi.
Look,
Say hi,
say
boo.
hi.
Boo,
Scary.
Boo doesn't
She's like,
get it.
no,
She's
where
kind
is
of like,
it?
what?
Doesn't smell anything.
What
Come on.
what
Okay.
screen is this?
Yeah. Boo, it's you over there. Look, it's you, Smutty. Over there. Look, you see, Smutty. Look,
Aw.
you see? She's looking.
Yeah.
Like, where? Where? We have to go. We have to look.
Yeah, Boo is very smell oriented. She's a dog.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go for a run now. Wanna come?
You're gonna
Yes,
go.
no?
for a
Will you
run?
run fast enough? Let me say it again.
I hope you guys save these days. Stay home. Don't go anywhere.
Just make sure you have enough food and toilet paper.
That's
Mhm.
Toilet
true.
paper.
We're running in a
Yeah,
in the
anybody
toilet
run out
paper
of toilet
We don't,
paper?
we don't have toilet
If you
paper.
don't wanna
I
say
mean,
it,
we have
don't-
only
don't-
like the
you
last
don't have
roll.
to.
Actually, it's kind of
And
true.
just because
Yes.
other people bought all of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Is there anybody buying toilet paper from a local dealer?
Yo, you gotta
Like,
plug
who's
me
got a
in,
hookup?
bro.
Yeah, right?
You gotta get plugged.
Yeah, who's your plug for toilet
Oh,
paper?
what are you doing there?
Yeah,
I like how Bush.
that's true. Because sometimes you don't need toilet paper, you just use a plug.
She doesn't understand it. She's like, why are you three humans looking at us like this?
Boo. See, we got the screen. This is our friends on the internet. She totally doesn't. Get it.
She's like, why are you guys sitting here and just talk with computer? Let's just talk with me or take me to hike, right, bro? I understand.
Boo. What do you think about the tech companies? Boo.
She's like, there's any food, drinks, and anything like that. Hi, boo. Look, Eric tell you hi. You have to say hi over there.
Boo, say hi.
Say hi.
Sorry.
This. Boo, here's the food. Look, food here. Look, the food. Look, food here. At the camera here. Look, watch here.
Say hi.
You have to go like
Boo,
around.
Lapodai? Lapodai?
Come here.
No,
Look,
she's
sit,
distracted.
sit. Look here. See here. Look here. Okay. The lapo. Lapo, dai. Give me 5. You see? The
Good
lapo.
girl.
The lapo. Okay. Now she knows
You can
everything.
put it like this, a bit lower. That way.
That's
you
true.
see
Yeah, then
it.
we can see Boo better.
Yeah.
Just
Sit.
Boo.
Boo,
Yeah,
sit.
the end of the
This
end of
segment
the
of the
video
show-
must be.
This segment of the show is just
Sit.
pet time.
Sit. Sit. Yeah. Give me a head.
It's a dog time.
No,
Dog
no,
time
no,
for
no, no,
Boo.
not this one. Sit. Sit. Give me. No, not this one. Sit. Sit. The lapo. Lapo, dai. Lapo, dai. Lapo, dai. Lapo, dai.
She's looking
She's
away.
right,
She's
yeah,
like,
no, this is.
She's
not
like,
the-
I'm the queen of the house.
what's
Let me
that one
alone.
called? It's
I don't wanna
lie
give you
down,
my
man.
hand.
Okay,
It's
show
what
the
they call
this
it.
one. Show
They call it
them.
in Russian.
Show them
Oh.
like this. Like this. No. Okay. So
Oh,
she
she's
don't
not
wanna-
pussy. Okay.
Sit. Okay.
Well, it's time to say our last
All
minute.
right.
Yeah. Let's say like bye to everyone, guys. Thank you to watching us. To be
Yeah,
with
thanks
us.
for watching. Thank you for supporting us. And we support you.
Everybody support each other
Everything
these
you do.
days. Yeah.
If anybody has ideas for videos, you can send it to us.
Please.
Yeah, I want to hear. What do you want to hear? What do you want to see on the videos?
Thank you, guys. Bye bye.
With all that being said, thank you.
This was fun. I want to do more.
I have to stop it. Okay, here.
End stream. Bye bye. Bye bye. We'll say bye bye.